Hello students, today we will discuss about a derivation which shows that solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. We deduce a derivation for a solenoid and the result will be similar as that of the bar magnet. We have already calculated the magnetic field due to a bar magnet on the axial line and on the equatorial line. Right, and the magnetic field due to a solenoid on its axis at any point P will be similar to the magnetic field due to a bar magnet on its axial line, which show that solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. Next we have Gauss's law in magnetism. We have studied about the Gauss's law in electrostatic, and we will also study about the Gauss's law in magnetism. After that, we have a new topic about the Earth's magnetic field. We know that Earth is considered as a huge magnet and it has its own magnetic field. First of all, we will discuss some basic terms: geographical axis, magnetic axis, geographical meridian, magnetic meridian, like that. After that, we will discuss about the elements of Earth's magnetic field, how we can find the magnetic field of the Earth. There are three elements of Earth's magnetic field. Means by knowing about these elements, we can calculate the magnetic field. After that, we will discuss what is the cause of magnetic effect of Earth. What are the theories given about the magnetism of Earth? So let's start with the solenoid equivalent to a bar magnet. Let's start. Bar magnet is equivalent to a solenoid, or solenoid is equivalent to a bar magnet. We have to calculate the axial field of the finite solenoid. Let us consider a solenoid whose center is O, length of the solenoid is 2L, A is the radius of the coil of the solenoid, and P is the observation point at the distance R from the O, where we have to find the magnetic field. Let us consider a small element dx at a distance x from O. Let the distance of the observation point is R from the O. Magnetic field due to the circular coil. These are the circular coils of the solenoid, and the magnetic field due to this circular coil at point P will be given by mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I a square. N is the total number of turns and dx is the thickness, divided by a square plus r minus x whole square, whole power is 3 by 2. If r is very greater than x and greater than a, so ignore the a and x, we get r cube, and the magnetic field will be dv is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I a square and dx upon r cube. In the order to find the total magnetic field due to a solenoid, we have to integrate from minus length minus L to plus L. Integration, all the terms are constant, so take it outside. There is the variation in x, so dx, integration of dx is x, and upper limit is L, lower limit is minus L. On putting the values of upper limit and lower limit, we get mu naught upon 4 pi 2 pi I n a square into 2L upon r cube. Since n into 2L into I into pi r square is the magnetic momentum of the coil, so total magnetic field mu naught upon 4 pi 2m upon r cube. This is the magnetic field similar to a magnetic field of the next magnetic field, Gauss's law in magnetism. B dot ds equal to 0, which indicate that monopole does not exist. If monopole exists, then B dot dl should be equal to the magnetic pole strength times the mu naught, right? But monopole does not exist. Earth's magnetism. We have a we know that Earth has a magnet, and this is the magnetic axis, and this is the axis of rotation of Earth. These two axes are always at an angle with each other. A circle passing through these axes is known as geographical axis and geographical equator and magnetic equators. Next we have geographical meridian, a vertical plane passing through the geographical axis of the earth is called magnetic meridian, and a vertical plane passing through the magnetic axis of the earth is called magnetic equator. Magnetic meridian, a vertical plane passing through the magnetic axis of the earth is called magnetic meridian. Next, magnetic field of the earth. The earth possesses a magnetic field of its own. It behaves as though a fictitious bar magnet is buried with the earth at the core. The magnetic field of Earth's surface is typically about the 10⁻⁻⁴ Tesla, that is 1 Gauss. Now, evidences supported the Earth's magnetism. First, a purely suspended magnetic needle comes to rest roughly in the north-south direction. An iron piece buried at the earth becomes a magnet. Existence of neutral point near the bar magnet. Next topic, which is very important, is the magnetic elements of the earth. These are the physical quantity which determines the earth's magnetic field completely are called magnetic element. These are the three. One is the magnetic declination, magnetic inclination, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. Magnetic declination is the angle between the geographical meridian and the magnetic meridian. This is the geographical meridian and this is the magnetic meridian. Angle between these two is denoted by theta, which is the magnetic declination. Second, we have magnetic inclination or dip. It is the angle made by the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. It is the component of Earth's magnetic field along the horizontal direction, and horizontal component is B cos delta while vertical component is B sin delta. Squaring and adding these two equations, we get B square is equal to BH square plus BB square. On dividing these two equations, we get tangent delta is equal to VB upon VH. Now some special cases. On the equator, horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is equal to B cos delta is equal to B. B and B cancel out. Cos delta gives 1 and delta is equal to 0 degree. Note, at the equator, angle of dip is 0 and the vertical component is also 0. A freely suspended bar magnet is horizontal at the equator. Second, Earth always have the vertical component except at the equator, because at the equator vertical component is 0. On the pole, Earth's magnetic field is perpendicular to the surface, that is vertical, and vertical component of the Earth's magnetic field is B. B sin delta is equal to B sin delta is equal to 1, that delta is 90 degree. And at the vertical, horizontal component is 0. At the pole, angle of dip is 90 degree and horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is also 0. A freely suspended bar magnet will stand vertical at the pole, with its north pointing towards the Earth at the North Pole. Earth always have horizontal component except at the pole. Next, magnetic map, some important terms. First is isogonic. Iso means similar and gonic means declination. The line joining the places of equal declination are called isogonic lines. The line of zero declination is called agonic lines. Isoclinic, isosame, clinic, line of inclination. The line joining the places of equal dip or inclination are called isoclinical lines. Isodynamic, the line joining the places having the same values of the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field are called isodynamic. Next we have cause of Earth's magnetic field. William Gilbert suggests that the Earth's behavior of Earth's magnetism. William Gilbert suggests that the Earth behaves as a bar magnet and its magnet is because of the magnetic material at its center. However, core of Earth is so hot that permanent magnet cannot exist. Professor Blackett suggests that Earth's magnetic field is due to the rotation of Earth about its own axis. Every substance is made up of the electron and proton, which produce the circulating current and gives the magnetism. Cosmic rays causes the ionization of the gases in the Earth's atmosphere. As Earth rotates, these ions also rotate and the rotating ion will produce a current carrying loop which gives the magnetism. Now we have neutral point. Neutral point near the magnet where the magnetic field due to the magnet is completely neutralized by the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. When the magnet placed with its south pole towards the north of the Earth, the neutral point are located on the axial of the magnet, and if the magnet is placed with its north pole towards the north of the Earth, neutral point lies on the equatorial line. That's all. Thank you.